Hello, it's Mark with Know How to Hustle. I'm back in the garage again to go through some more of the many hundreds of boxes that I bought an entire warehouse full of without knowing exactly what was in there. So it's been a couple months now. I spent 2,500 euros and so far I've sold things in the total of 2,041 euros. My goal is by the end of March of this year to have my money back, and then everything else that's left in here can either continue to be sold for a profit or can slowly be recycled or dumped. But we'll see how this experiment works out. Today we're gonna go through a couple more boxes and see if I find anything to sell. Okay, this is actually a postal crate. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to have these, but they had a number of them. This is an empty plastic bag. Let's see. This is a portfolio of some kind. Has a 10 euro price tag on it, but I don't know that it's leather. Looks like it just looks like leather. And the case that was in definitely doesn't look the best anymore. Where's that plastic bag? Maybe that's what that was meant for. So I'll just put it in there, put it off to the side, and get rid of this thing. Oh, okay. So there are a lot of Post-it labels. So, yeah, that's actually most of this box. Oh, here is a tiny single-use camera from 2006. I'm not sure if that's going to be good anymore. There's another one of those. Oh, here's a sales display for Hannah Montana pens. Lighted pens, which seem to be in here. Oh, more deteriorated feather pens than lighted pens. But that's those. Oh, single-use camera, single-use camera. Oh boy, a lot more single-use cameras. Oh, here's a very nicely wrapped set of Post-it labels. More Post-it labels, Post-it labels. Oh Lord. Let's see. Oh, there are other things. What are these? Under the Post-it labels, oh, beads. Looks like bead sets with 3 different kinds of beads. These are all bead sets. Another bead set. Tons of Post-it labels. Looks like there's a tray I have to get to under here. Oh, and more bead sets. A lot more bead sets and Post-it labels. And a tray that has look at this here. Oh, I gotta move this. Or move that. Maybe I'll just move that. Okay, let's open. It looks like a liquid-filled toy of some kind. Just don't want one of these to just rip apart and spill all over everything. Very odd. So this is, when I was in school, we had those things where, you know, they just kept rolling out of you like little squeezy snakes. It just sort of looks like a condom filled with water, but this one has a lizard in it and some confetti and some glitter. And each of them have a different lizard, or this one has a snake in it. This one has deflated That's going straight in the garbage. Yeah. I guess I can put these out. Oh, that one's half deflated. Garbage. I can put these out, I guess, at the garage sale for 50 cents. See if anybody wants them. Now let's go back to the box that I so unceremoniously dumped over. Some curtain rings, just a one-off. Yeah, most of it is additional. Oh, here's a metal curtain rod end, looks like. Most of it is the Post-it notes, but there is this box, and I've had another box like these. None of them worked, but they're basically flashing charms for pet collars. And then there are a bunch of crazy deteriorated feather pens from Hannah Montana. And that is this whole box. Let me load this back up and then we'll find something else. Okay, these are both weather stations, but uniquely enormous weather stations. Wow. So I guess then you can tell what the forecast is from far, far away. I'm not sure if this was like a display model in the store. I mean, it has a battery compartment, which I guess is for D-size batteries. It's insane. I don't have D batteries, and I'm hesitant to buy them to test this thing because, for one, there's no outside sender to send the temperature, so that is not in here. And there are so many weather stations, smaller versions, that I've tested that do not work. Here is another weather station. I'm not sure if the screen is that big, but it looks like it has a lot of stuff included. Oh my god. But what's crazy is like it's all yellowed, like it's been outside for years. So to me it looks like somebody bought a weather station, used it for a long amount of time, and then returned it. Yeah. And again, these things are relatively inexpensive, and I'm not going to be able to sell one that looks like it's been outside for years. So this is going to get broken down into paper and electronics and garbage, and we'll get out of the garage. Next box. All right. What does this one say? I don't know. Looks like straw, but what? So this is a sloppy looking box of boxes. Let's pull one of these out. How about these electronics? Ah, okay. So these look to be like at least the frames for some built-in ceiling spots. Now, is it just frames, or are all the parts here? I mean, I guess this is the, I don't know, what is that? The battery with the I mean, the bulb might go right in there, but there's nowhere really to mount it, right? A lot of little bulb mounting wires and tons of these. But maybe there's another box that has more parts in it, because I can't imagine that this would be all that you get. Like, good luck, make this work. No. So I will have to set that aside. If I don't find the rest of them, the rest of the parts, then I'll probably have a lot of trouble getting rid of them. They are electronics, or at least the cables are, and the frames are metal. So they will recycle easily, but it would be nice to have something to sell. Smaller box that I can't fold all the way out. Let's set it down here. Okay, more hardware. Looks like some drawer pulls. Whatever these are. Oh, plugs for something. Some leg furniture sliders, more drawer pulls. Yeah, I have hundreds from other videos, hundreds of drawer pulls. This is simply a metal rod of some kind. A bolt. Trying to see if there's anything. A shelf end. You can see on there, a shelf end for hanging shelves. You can mount this in there, and then all the books won't fall off. A bunch of plastic things with, I don't know what you mount to the wall with those. Yeah, and then just a bunch of random hardware. Just a ton. Not that promising, not that interesting. Yeah, we'll see. It's dated stuff. I'm sure some of it is quite useful, but there isn't a big market for like plastic drawer pulls anymore. So, next box. Okay, this is a small box, and I can see what's in there. It is a very noisy collection of polo shirts. Not Polo Ralph Lauren, but just Poland. It says the brand is Criminal Damage, but they look very cheap in these little plastic bags. But I'll have to look them up and see. They are XL, so I could just wear these things. I'm beginning to get a whole wardrobe from the garage. Not the most stylish wardrobe, but hey, stuff to wear. And these, I know what they are because we have a whole stack of them here. These, and I'll pull one out just to prove it because I recognize the box, are keyboard stickers, otherwise known as Pimp Your Keyboard. And they come in a wide variety because I've seen them so many times going through this garage. I would imagine they have little to no value. So these are 24 packs. And right here I have 2, 4, 5 24 packs, 6 24 packs, and 1 open, and 2 more 24 packs. Way too many. So again, I'm thinking maybe donate them to school. They can use the letters and numbers stickers for kids to make messages or practice spelling or whatever on earth they think they want to do. I'm not going to make money with them, is my guess. Okay, let's see what we have in here. Crew Classic. These are some champagne flutes. I'm curious if they're actually both in there and not broken. Yeah, it looks like they are. I don't know if Schott Zwiesel is a brand that's worth anything. They are made in Germany, so what is that? Oh, it is a knife holder, I believe. A knife holder. And it has a sign on there that says flea market, €5. And it looks like it has not been used or even opened, so yeah, maybe flea market, €5. Realistically, someone might buy that. Let's see, what do we have here? Computer accessory, mini USB cable, 2 meters. So a 2 meter USB, oh, there's a lot, oh wow, this whole thing. Yeah, we got a little box with inside the bigger box. And these all look to be computer accessory cables. So keyboard extension cable. Yeah, it's not even USB. So, but there's a mass of them here, stack of them. Again, I could throw them all up there as a lot and see if someone wants to buy a bunch of outdated cables for some reason. But yeah, the 2 mini USB cables might still be useful. Here's a monitor cable, right? Again, not USB, old school monitor cable. And then on the bottom of here are just a bunch of old plastic, cheap plastic iPhone cases. So I have a whole box of these, so I'll just throw these in with that box. My guess is maybe iPhone 4, iPhone 5. I'm not really that familiar with the early iPhones, but they're definitely not iPhone 14 or anything like that. So let's see what's in here. This is instructions for something that is probably not in here. So I put instructions. Definitely not something that's in here, I don't think. Oh, this is DVD boxes. So, and there's more of them here, so I don't have to unbox those. So they're DVD storage boxes for multiple DVDs. Again, not something that I see a huge market for. I've come across a lot of different DVD and CD cases, empty cases, to sell jewel cases. I have listed some and have not gotten any sales on those. Wow, here's some old printer ink. So I have to see, it doesn't really matter actually. I don't have to see, because printer ink that's been anywhere for 10 years is not likely to be usable. So won't make the trip out of the garage except to go to garbage or recycling. Actually, I can recycle printer ink cartridges. And this is a remote thermometer. And then there are a bunch of these mini CDRs. So these might sell. There might be somebody that uses these for something. I don't know. I honestly didn't know these existed. It says 210 megabytes, 24 minutes. Recordable mini compact. So like these are for a certain camcorder, I think. Took these. And then you could record. Yeah, so I don't know, maybe then there's somebody who's an aficionado for that kind of camcorder and will be happy to get a stack of these. That's something I'll definitely have to look up. I won't put it back in this old plastic bag. I'll set it to the side to research and get this ink out of here. And that's one more box empty. All right, let's try one more box and see if I can get anything more valuable than the garage sale €5 knife holder. You never know. Have not had a lot of luck with small boxes, but we'll do this as our last box today. On top is an alarm clock that I have an entire box full. This one doesn't look like the box is in great shape, but it's a sort of funky looking alarm clock with a radio. And my guess is, no. I'm not gonna sell too many of these, right? Maybe at the garage sale, set one on display, put a €1 price tag on there, and somebody might say, oh, I could use a radio alarm clock in my kitchen for €1. Maybe. And then there's an empty box. I guess this was an aluminum case that says the Premium Pen Company. I had about 100 of these. I broke them all down and recycled them because there are no pens in there. And there are no pens that I have found anywhere that go to these. So the paper goes with the paper, the metal goes with metal. And that's a lot of what I spend my time in the garage doing, is breaking down stuff that is unsellable and getting rid of it. And then there's one more of those. Oh wait, no, this is an actual pen and pen set. So this actually has is it on 2 pens? I don't remember, because I've seen them before. No, I think it's a pen and a mechanical pencil. And I forget if they work or not, or the pen works anymore. But that's one of those. This, it seems to be completely full of these little white things, which are called tie tamers. Tie tamer. So, yes, my ties, I sort of don't like to wear ties, so I don't. I almost never wear a tie. But if I do, I will have the tamest and most docile ties on earth. Because as far as I can tell, this whole thing is filled with tie tamers. My guess is another leftover marketing product that on the back would be printed with someone, and then you'd give them out as sort of advertising, little customer gift. But alone, just as tie tamers, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I can sell 100 packs of tie tamers online for €5, and someone will be willing to pay €5 plus shipping for 100 packs. But I'm not too hopeful. But anyway, I got a knife holder. I got a couple of champagne flutes. I got some XL white polo shirts and a bunch of other random stuff. Not a lot of money out of here, but at least something. And I really only need to make a little bit more to break even, and I have a lot of stuff left to sell. In fact, like I said, I've sold just over €2,000 worth on eBay and Marketplace altogether. And currently on eBay, I think I have over €7,000 of inventory for sale. It's not going to sell all that stuff. Some of it will, a lot of it won't, and it certainly won't sell for the prices necessarily that make up the €7,000. Would be nice, but not likely. And I have tens of thousands of things that are not yet listed. So the money will come back. The worst part of this is that eventually I'll be out of new boxes to pick through. Although it doesn't seem that bad of a thing when you have boxes like these. It doesn't seem like, ooh, every day's an adventure. But I swear, there's better than outdated iPhone cases. So if you want to see what's left in the next 15 to 20 boxes, the last ones in the whole garage, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't watched the other videos, go back and watch some of the other videos, see some of the maybe more exciting things that I got out of there. And definitely let your friends know if they like mystery boxes and like seeing crazy junk come out of boxes in someone's garage, because then they'll really appreciate you for letting them know. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.